looking back. Well, as you can see, it's snowing. Might as well do a cold start. Then I'll get on with it. Oh yeah, I don't normally drive this in the wind, but I've been trying to do this video here for, oh, I'd say a month or better. Let me see. All right. Oh yeah, you can see. You want to. The choke's usually there, but I had to put one there because the cable, that one, the factory one, I didn't want to ruin, so I left it in there because it wouldn't reach that Edelbrock. Oh yeah. Oh, foot slipping. Oh yeah. Choke. Too much. Too much. Come out of it. Alright. Red car. What is that thing? Toyota? Alright, now. I'll do this here. Cruise here in the snow. Even though I don't ever drive it. I never usually leave the yard with it in the wintertime, but certain circumstances have came around. You don't need to worry about that too much. It's fine. Look at that Jimmy C van right there. That's even a newer model. It's got the fancier Chevy grill, the plastic junk. Jimmy C. I guess he's selling it. He don't want the candy van no more. He's leaving town, I guess. I don't know. I never asked him what the deal is. If he wanted to tell me, he would have told me. I guess. I better turn on the headlights. Let's see. Do a little wheel spin check. Oh yeah, they spin. My camera didn't. Well, I put that cheap one up there, so that'll be fine if it's gone. You don't worry about all the cameras. I'm making this video because I've been working on this truck myself. I didn't have my boys, my sons, do anything with me on it or anything like that. Just my intentions are, when I'm dead, they get it. But you know, I could probably give them 2 vehicles, something like this. But I'm only giving them one. And my intention is to give them this one, and they both own it. So you know how life goes. It splits you split off from your brothers sometimes, or for good, or whatever. You live way away, or whatever. But this here truck, bring them back together sooner or later. You know what I mean? And then I'll do some certain shit here that will be like, you know, oh, that ain't right, or whatever, and they'll fix it. You know what I mean? And it's not always about the vehicle. It's about, you know, your boys or your girls when you're gone. Plus this video, they get to see this, of course. Oh, I didn't make the yellow light there. Anyways, that sucked. I don't want any tickets here. Well, I guess it's better here than in Minnesota. But anyways, bring them back together at some point in life where they end up doing something like this, because they won't never sell it. Never gonna sell it. I don't, you know, I put a lot of time in it myself so far, and I'm going to continue to, but if they want to paint it, then they can paint it. I'm just going to enjoy it the way it is for now, and do this here, and then whatever I need to do to it, or make it upgraded, or whatever the hell I'm going to do. But yeah, that's, she's like, what about, or how did she put it? She said, well, what are they going to do? Share it? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's what my plan is. Because if they each got one, well, then one could be in, say, New York, and the other one could be in Iowa, or wherever. Canada or something. Who knows? There's none of that giving it back and forth shit. You both own it. No, you take it and deal with it. No, there ain't none of that. No. Strict rules on that part. Now, and Chris and Charlie, I know you'll be watching this here sooner or later. So you heard the rules. They're on the internet. So that's just the way it is. You don't get to back out of it. You both do it, and if, you can figure it out. My boy always asks me, he's like, "How do you? Who taught you how to do that?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" "Well, how do you know how to work on cars?" Why? I taught myself. What do you mean? And he's like, "Well, someone had to show you." I said, "No, they didn't show me, because my whole family is like electricians and attorneys, doctors, whatever. There is no mechanics. Some of them have mechanical abilities, but they don't do it they never did it for a living." And he couldn't. So I remember this, Chris did this here. He was driving give him that Tahoe or whatever we did, that 98 or 9 Chevy Tahoe. He put a windshield in it. I put new headlights and stuff in it, and fix a bunch of brakes and whatever, because it'd been sitting. Well, he's driving it, and he's like, "Well, it's kind of something with the steering, right?" I was like, "Yeah." Well, he pulls it in the back driveway, and he's like, I said, "Well, what are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I'm going to align it." I said, "What the hell? Hey, you're not just going to come out here and just think you're going to learn alignment. That's not, you're going to learn." He goes, "Well, yeah, I'm going to figure it out, like you said." I said, "No, don't use that." That's not what I meant. "Well, you said," "Okay, I said." But that's not what I was talking about. Not right now. You just don't I was like, "Oh, you have me messed up now. You messed me up. Made me eat my words, you little jackass." So anyways, he started getting mad at me, because I said, "You can't, that's not how," I said, "You start cranking on the tire rod ends and all that kind of shit, then you'll be all out of whack." I said, "You got to measure it, you got to mark the ground, you got to lift it off the ground, you got to make sure it's on level ground, and do you even have a level?" "Well, you have levels." Well, I said, "Well, yeah, but you didn't even say, you didn't ask me for nothing. Well, you don't even know where they are." And he's getting pissy with me. That's fine. You could get pissy. That's the way it goes, but that's not what I was meaning by that. I mean, you just don't go off and just start doing alignments when you have no clue what you're doing at all. You gotta do a little looking, laying down on the ground and taking a peep at it. You can't just think you're gonna be a guru on alignments, because the next thing you know, your tires will be down in the cords, and you'll be like, "Dad, what the hell? My tires are all ate up." Well, you better figure it out then. But anyways, yeah. So this here's the simplest machine. The most complicated thing about this truck is that their radio. It's the most that's the most wiring it's got. It's right there. Anyways, it's a pretty simple truck. It don't have no LS swapping in it or none of that bull. It's just got the V8 small block, the 327, and a 4-speed. If you want to, you know, it's got drum brakes. I'm leaving them. If they want to change them to disc, they go right ahead. They got kits, you can buy those. They're simple to put on. I guess if you're mechanically inclined, they're simple to put on for the most part. So that's that. And they're building a lot of stuff around here. I wonder if my camera's still up on the roof. It better be, it's fine. You don't need to worry about cameras anymore. These brand new apartments. That used to be a gas station right there. That used to be a car wash where it says Napa or Dugan's or wherever the hell it is. Yeah. And some guy there's always a few of them. You ruined that truck. That's fake patina. You made that patina. I was like, yep, I did. I made it. I made the thing sit 50 years and I made that patina. Yep. You ruined it by putting that clear on there and now it looks shitty. Well, let me tell you about that. I mean, there's scale rust on there every year. It get thick, and I got tired of doing it, so I got it off there and I clear coated it, and then I buffed it with cut, and it shined like brand new. Now it's got brand new rust paint. See, that's a new style. Well, not really, but it's been around a little bit. People are using it. I didn't come up with it. I seen it. I think I seen it on the YouTubes or the Instagram or something where I said, oh yeah, I think I'll just do that because you know, why would I think about just clear coating some rust up? Well, it's not really rust, it's just faded paint. This thing ain't rotted out. The floor looks like brand new. The rockers are still there. The cab corners are still there. The cab supports are still there. The only rust is in that right front fender in the bottom there, because apparently the old batteries back in the day were leaky some bitches and ate the metal out. So that's how that works. Look at here. I used to work right there for a long time. I ran the show while old Darren was out golfing while I was slaving away making them all the cash. Remember that, Darren? Subscribe, like, and share. Now I better check that camera because that sat up there long enough. It's probably frozen. Oh yeah, it's still there. Oh, the magnet. It's got the magnet. Are you still alive, little buddy? Oh yeah, you're still clicking. Oh, the buttons are cool. Come on, turn up. There we go. Now turn all the way off. Okay. That's enough of the outside for you. Oh, we got snowpack on here. You like that? Oh, yeah, that's where that goes. Okay. And that goes in here. And that. Okay. That other camera, you need a... Oh, yeah, GoPro. Why gotta be sucking down the juice all the time on these batteries? You gotta end up plugging them in all the time. Or they'll do that too hot business and shutting off crap. Today they're not doing too bad, staying on and haven't paused once. Oh, I need that regulator. I need a window regulator. This one you know, 50 some years old and it's never been used all the time. That one there, the crank is tight, but this one here, let's see. Oh yeah! A little sideways posi. The 2-wheel peels. Yeah, of course it's gonna be, you know, blizzarding or something again. I knew it. I need to get my shit together here. Get a shed. Another shed. Let's see on the brakes. And those drum brakes work fine. Give me that disc brake. Only thing drums really do that I don't like is if you don't got them adjusted right, you step on there, the one might pull that way or the other way. And you don't need to worry about that because they could do a 360 with your brake pedal. Look at that Ford right there. He's got the, who's honking now? He's got the Discover Coopers on there. Is that a 7? No, it's a gas. I thought it was a 7.3 in there. This power smoker. Oh, he's got a motorcycle in his yard. Someone was honking, but must have been for someone else, not me. Oh, wonder if this guy wants to sell that box. That thing's in good shape too. Poor pickup got cut down. I could use that. It ain't even rusted out. It's just patina. No dents either. Don't honk at me. I'm not the guy. Yep. Oh, he's already got the batteries booster on the old Buick, that old fart. You gotta run her once a week, bud. You can't just let the battery sit there. Try telling that to someone else. Well, they never used to do that. Back in the 80s or 70s. Well, that ain't a 70s car. Boy, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing on these videos, all that cussing. You won't like that. Damn it, now! Quit talking. I don't really care for I don't really care for the wiper on this thing, but the way it's set up there, but they do the job, I guess. Should have a delay or something. You could buy an aftermarket little slide button, but I'm not putting that stupid shit. I wonder if my brother's got his Ford out. Oh, probably hasn't had it out since I made him get it out the last time. Whatever that video was on that 58 Ford F100. It's probably been in the garage ever since. But I made him take it out that time. What you got it for? You're gonna let, he drove it. He used to take it to shows and stuff, and drive it, but chicken shit ass won't drive it. I said, what's the point of having that if you can't drive it? You can drive. You don't need to worry about a scratch or my rim got a ding in it. Piss on that. Then you might as well just buy a model car and put it in your house and stare at it. You ain't gonna drive it. Just sit there, gawk at it. Piss on that. Give it to your boy. Let him do the old floor, hit the floor with it. It's fine, eh? You don't need to worry about it ever being crashed or nothing, because it won't be yours. You gave it to him. Give it away doesn't mean tell you what to do with it. You know, you give it to someone else and you get to tell them what to do with it. Oh, no. That's... Your opinion don't matter on that because it's not yours. Alright then. I got things to do and whatnot, so I'm gonna have to stop somewhere. Yeah, I think I'll go to Johnson, MB Johnson Park, and do a little. Maybe I'll do. I got a tripod in here. I think I got a. That should work. I'll just do that. Don't worry about this. I'll be cutting that out too. Yeah, my old shop, I had one. I was this turn. Is it this one? Or is it, yeah, it is. I think, unless they're tore down. They're tore? No, they're not. They're right up here. When I was like 20, 21, maybe 19. I don't remember. 20, 19, before I mean. One time I used to keep the beer outside of the door in the snow bank, and some woman I know was pissy with me because I was in there drinking and working on some cars. I was painting a K5 Blazer, bright ass tractor paint red, and tractor paint work. Anyways, she was all mad I didn't come home. I told her what I was doing, but she didn't like that. This is back in 1995 or something like that. 94, 95. Anyway, she didn't like that. She was with her friend, I think Jenny or something like that. And the beer, there was 2 cases out there. And Jeff wants to go get a beer or scotch. I can't remember who was in there. And he said, there ain't no beers out there. I said, what do you mean? I just put 2 cases out there a couple hours ago. Oh, she took them, and then she denied it. No, she took them. Telling me that bullshit story that she didn't take them. I don't know who. And then there's the boxes in her car. I didn't take them. Well, your cots. I mean, I seen them in the back seat of your car. You and Jenny went on a rampage. They were probably cruising the gravel roads and then tipping a few back. Highly doubtful. What happened to Jenny? Oh yeah, hot. Lots of blow. Look at all that snow. Look at all those turkeys in the road. Get out of the goddamn road, turkeys. Get. Buzzard's gonna make a turkey sandwich out of you. Get out of that road, turkeys! Get running! Get out of here! Go roost up in those trees, you son of a bitch! I don't want to kill you. I'm trying to die. This doesn't say turkey crosswalk. Oh yeah. This is taking their time, then we're getting out of the road. What the hell? Still running? Yeah, the camera GoPro is still kicking. Ooh, damn. What are these people doing? They got their skis on. 8675309. Have you ever called that number? It's Jenny's number. Yeah, a circle here. Where else was there? There was oh, someone already went off. Holy, yeah, they were going off the edge. They went down there. Yep. These are tobacco-less cigarettes, so that's fine. Red River, MB Johnson Park. I don't know. Oh, they got that closed. You can't go to the launch. Go right here. See if I can do a little. Oh yeah, loves that. See all those 4 drum brakes locked right up. All right, then. So there is other videos on this about, you know, the clear coating and what I've all done to it. It's got the, I can't remember what it's called. In the glove box, all the paperwork from the guy the guy that bought it new, that I got it from. It's icy. Look at those LEDs and those cab lights. Buzzard, he really gets a kick out of the cab lights. Look at those cab lights, bud. There they are, 5 in a row. They're actually clearance lights. You know, for the bridges, you're gonna clear them with them. I didn't put any. I was gonna put that sport bumper on there, but then I pounded that one back into shape, and I gave her some white tractor paint, and it worked out pretty good. There's some LEDs and them lights. Someone put themselves that farm ring, put that in there for the old horse trailer. DD Speed Shop. Who's that guy? That ain't lug guy. Go hit him up. Hit all these guys up. Buzzard. That Morsky guy over there. Alright. So anyways, the cab lights. Everyone likes that when I say that. Look at those cab. Oh, it's frozen. Look at those cab lights. See, I gotta slam the door now before I didn't have to, because I put this out of that 2003. That carpet out of the 2003. I recovered the seat. Put it in the dash bag. I'll grab some. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's got the bag. Look at there. From the factory. Anyways, don't invite car theft. You know, it says, did you know that the majority of theft occur because your car doors were unlocked and the ignition key was not removed? Always remove the ignition key and lock the doors while leaving the car unattended. Because some of this isn't for it. That's insurance stuff. Look at all those registrations. I just left mine in there like everybody else. There's all of them in there. Oh yeah, it didn't come with the cigarette lighter, but I installed that factory one. That's the plug. So it's got the book here. Let's see if this guy wrote anything in there. I don't remember if he did or not. Usually got a little writing in them somewhere. This one I don't think he did. Maybe that was that other one. Well, I don't see any writing in there. Oh, it's got the, here it is. This is what I was talking about. The Protecto plate. See there? Got a little stained up, but it's still there. Service, including service 53 Detroit diesel engines. Oh, okay. Oh, he did write in there. Oh, no. Yeah, I thought that was my boy wrote there. Nope. Changed at 91,400. That's how many miles it had on it when I bought it. And now it's got that's 18,671. So it flipped, and yeah, so it had 91 on it. I knew it had something like that. In fact, all the original miles, but I took her over the 100 mark myself, and I didn't record it. So here's this. Can you even see that? Yeah. So here's this protector plate. They run it through like the old style credit card swiper. Look at that. It's got GM in their tape. It says GM on those 3 blue marks. That guy's name? Fisher, what was his name? Reuben Fisher. Reuben D. Fisher. I think. Yeah. Eureka, South Dakota. From the Eureka, South Dakota Chevrolet dealership. See there? And it says the VIN number all the way through it like that. So, yeah, that's pretty neat. But he did write in there one time, that's all. He wrote one time. Yeah, he got this truck on 2/14/1968. Yep. Pretty fancy. That's the date the vehicle was originally, where does that say that? Put into service. See, they put it in service. So I thought that was cool that it came with the bag and all that, because most of the other ones I got throughout the years, they were all rusty piles of shit that weren't worth a shit in the first place. But they were, I still had them, and I drove it anyway. But was there any more paperwork? No more paperwork. So yeah, I thought this here was pretty neat that it was still in there. But I needed that. I needed this here. So I had one. Let's see if that works, because I know it does. You push the button. Sometimes you gotta hold it a little longer. Look at that. Delete panel. Look at that. 1993 Suburban center console that I cut down into my deal here. I didn't paint it, but I made it work. It pops right out, but I'm gonna hold it so you can see. Because it's kind of used a little bit. You gotta hold her in there a bit longer. Yeah, see? This hold, please. It'll be fine. You'll see. Yeah, it's even got the original key. And the keychain came on. There, she's red hot. Good to go. Lick that. Buzzard, you licked them before, right? You put your finger in there? I heard about it. It's the SS version. The red fell out, but that's fine. Look at those mirrors. The cab lights are up there somewhere. Alright, well, I think I'll just head on back. Oh, did I? Yeah, I didn't walk around this. I'll do it again anyways. Look, that fancy. That guy wore that out. I didn't do that. He had his arm hanging there. And he had his, where is it? He had his finger hanging here because that's right down to the old metal. I replaced that casting, but it's still behind that seat. That cardboard is so you don't blow up. See? Look at them fancy tags. That's all you keep a door held shut right there. See? That's called metal, iron. Oh, there's that guy. That's the sticker right there. Cherry Motors. See, that's from bucking through the brush after the cattle. And there, and probably hitting the fence a little bit here and there too. You know, the fence post. I guarantee you that's what that is. Fence post hitting. Because that front bumper was white, so it's painted white, that's what he had. You can see where it's stuck up against there. If that there bumper, I put that on there, it's off a square. But I gotta show you. You just do a little modifying. And there was some other dents in here, but I got them out mostly. There's one right there, I couldn't get it all the way out, but it was dinged in there pretty good. So you know that's from fence posts on the back 40. There's not really any on this side. That bumper was smacked against there a couple times. Usually, yeah, there's one right there. Usually this here, that's why a lot of people don't like these, because those are all usually crushed way up in the under the truck, like that one was getting to be. It had a single exhaust on this. It was a little like, looked like a lawnmower exhaust pipe on there, or a Farmall. It was about, you know, less than 2 inches, and it sounded, it had a glass back on it, because that's what they put on it. And it didn't sound too swell, so I hooked her up with some headers, and first I hooked it up with some other exhaust that I cobbled it together, and then I got some headers, and I just it dumps right under the back there, right halfway's back, and that's good enough. You don't need exhaust all the way to the back or else the side by the tires and all that. You don't even need to see it. Thanks for watching now. Bye.